All right. How's everybody doing? If you have a good time, if you're ready to have a good time, you say, oh yeah. I said if you're ready to have a good time, you say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, look here. So look here. If you'd rather be here than be in the hospital, let me hear you say, oh yeah. I said if you'd rather be here than in the grave, let me hear you say, oh yeah. Let's remember, we got something to live for. We got a lot to live for, and we got a big fight ahead. So I want to welcome everybody coming along. Yeah, that's what I'm talking to. Everybody just got to be quiet because I'm stopping. All right, okay, so don't play. I'm glad to see everybody in the house. Everybody looking good. You know, I want to welcome everybody. This is a production for Anna's House, and we are a domestic violence shelter. You know, what we do is we house women and children that are escaping from abusive relationships, trying to restart their life, trying to get away from the turmoil that they've been dealt the last couple of years or whatever they've been going through. And so what we do is we provide a place of refuge for them. Not only refuge, but we teach them a couple of things too. So we have courses and classes that we provide for them to get them out of the situation that they're in. Not only them, but their children. Because we know that while their parents are going through something, the children are missing some education, they're missing some life skills, and we provide that for them. So I want to remind everybody how serious this work that we're doing. We're here to have a good time, but I want to bring awareness to how for real this work is. 4 in the morning, somebody's beat up, need to escape the house, got a couple kids, nowhere to go. Who do they call? Anna's house. What do? We get out of our bed, we leave our jobs, we leave our families, and we go out and we find these people, and we house them, we clothe them, we feed them, and we provide life skills to help them keep them out of the situations they may be involved in. Amen. So while we're here enjoying ourselves and we're smiling and we're laughing, I might be the one that's not smiling and laughing because I know what tomorrow might bring. And if I have to get up and leave my job, leave my family, leave my people, to get up and make sure the work is done for the kingdom, guess what? We do that. So while we're gathered here today, and we're joined in, and we're fellowshipping, let's remind ourselves that it takes a little something to do a little something. Okay? We're here for a reason. Not just a season, but we're here for a reason. We're here to raise money. We're here to raise funds. We're here to raise awareness, not only for the families, but for the children and the people that they're going to breed. Because hate breeds hate. And as long as we can break the chains, we can make a difference. Amen. So again, I want to welcome you, but I want you to be focused on why we're here. We're here to do something special in the kingdom. Okay? So if you're having a good time, if you're ready to have a good time, let me hear you say, oh yeah! Our person who's going to be introducing our speaker, Ms. Keita. I'm going to pass the mic because I like to talk and I like to camera. Yes. So I better know. Okay.
All right, thank you.
What am I drinking?
All right, thank you, Kendrick. Again, welcome to the event. I get the opportunity to introduce our two hostesses for the evening. My name is Keita Kelly. I'm the Administrative Director for Anna's House. And tonight I get to introduce two ladies who have partnered with us, but are also dynamic in their own rights. And so I'll kind of share a little bit about their background with you, and then we'll turn it over to Ms. Carol so that she can get started. So that's the first person that I'm introducing. We affectionately call her Ms. Carol. I just met her tonight, but he's been talking about her for weeks, and her background is really extraordinary. So Ms. Carol is a renowned executive and consultant in the business and education arenas. She has demonstrated her commitment to organizational leadership and innovative administration by performing business process evaluations and analysis in the design and implementation of electronic document management systems. She's also served as the Secretary of the City of DeSoto Chamber of Commerce Board of Trustees, providing insight and leadership regarding regulations, policies, and procedures and growth. She also serves as a mentor to entrepreneurs and small business owners and individuals by coaching them to comprehend and resolve the diverse challenges that each of their businesses face, resulting in significant growth. she's joining Anna's House as our fundraising coordinator. So that's what we're really, really excited about. We're excited to have her as a part of our team and to also help utilize her skills to help us do more to fundraise so that we can provide for those people that are actually in need. That's our first hostess. Our second hostess is known all over the DFW Metroplex. If you listen to the radio, you've heard her during the mornings, the afternoons, and most recently the evenings on 97.9 The Beat. Her name is Vita Loca. And Vita had, if you remember her morning show, she had original segments like Health for Hard Thursdays, Mental Health Wednesdays with Dr. Jeff, and also Vita's Hot Topics. That's the one I think I remember the most from listening to the radio. Vita also has a strong passion for the community and at-risk youth, and through that passion, she formulated her own nonprofit called Vita Loca's Smiling Faces. And through that foundation, she's helping those children who are at risk. She's also a partner and a sponsor of Anna's House, and we appreciate that whenever we call Vita to assist, she's always there, and she's a strong partner for our organization. So those will be your hostesses for tonight. And then I think right now we're going to take a, I think we have a few moments to mingle, to eat. We have food available, there's drinks available, and then Ms. Carol will come up and introduce our first speaker for you. Right, thank you.
Anna's House has been in existence for over 30 years. And it's run under the direction of an absolutely miraculous woman. Eva is a gift from God, and she's helped everybody through His help, and she continues to do that. But right now, she's reaching out to us to be able to support her growth, be able to take in more people, to move into different neighborhoods and to different townships, and to pick up more people. People of diverse ethnicities, people that need the help, but are ashamed to ask for it. You can't be ashamed. You know, I keep telling everybody that I work with, I'm really terrible. I flunked mind reading 101. So if you don't tell me that you need my help, if you don't come and seek it, I can't read your mind. I can't provide it to you. And neither can anybody that's affiliated with this wonderful project. It is with great pleasure that I introduce someone who has just joined us, an organization that has just joined us as a sponsor. And that's Black History 365. This is a wonderful, wonderful tool that will go along with the tools that Anna's House is teaching. This tool talks about the heritage of the African American people from the time that they were in Africa as they spread throughout the world. In order to introduce this book and to talk a little bit about the project, I'd like to introduce the Vice President of Business and Finance of Black History 365, Lisa Petros.
Thank you so much, Carol. I am Lisa Petros, and we are Black 365 days a year. So that's why we entitled our book, BH, Black History 365. Not just February, the shortest month of the year, but every single day of the year. About 2 years ago, Dr. Walter Milton, Jr., who is a former school superintendent of 15 years, a history teacher, decided that he wanted to embark on this journey of creating a Black history textbook. So last October, the book became available. We are an Arlington-based company, came here from Nashville, Tennessee, and here we have the book. It's 1,264 pages. It weighs 6 pounds. It's $159.99. We have a website, bh365.org, and we are marketing it throughout school districts throughout the United States. We have a full adoption in Peoria, Illinois. We're in Decatur, Illinois. Denver Public Schools is about to do an adoption. We're in New York City. We just captured Brooklyn North School District as well as Brooklyn South. In Texas, we are in Amarillo, we're in Killeen, we're in Crowley, we're in Lancaster. The Racial and Equity Department of Dallas ISD has purchased the book. So we are slowly moving throughout the state. We have sent books and we're on board members' agendas in Katy and Dickinson and Katy, Dickinson, and one other district. So we're slowly moving, but I'm happy to say that we have surpassed $1 million in sales. Most of our purchases have been online. We've been on every radio show that you can imagine. We've made TikTok the Shade Room twice. So we're excited about our partnership with Anna's House. We believe Black women are the backbone of every household, that they should be protected, loved, and nurtured, and in a safe haven all the time. Because we are the super women of our households. We do everything. And sometimes our men are absent. They're not around. But we do believe that we should protect and celebrate Black women every day, just as well as we celebrate Black history. So we are excited about the partnership. I'm sure as the telethon gets closer, you'll hear about how that partnership will work. But hopefully when we start getting those big donations, part of the process will be the donors will receive a book. or several books. And we also have an ebook for those of you that are tech savvy and you want to read the book on your phone or your iPad or your computer. We also have an ebook. There are QR codes throughout the book, so students that have their cell phones, they can click on a QR code and it will give them additional information about that particular subject. This particular book is for 9th through 12th grade. The middle school textbook will be out in June, and then elementary school books will be out in July, and then K2 and pre-K will be out in the spring. So we are excited. So this is a phenomenon. It's happening, and we are excited about our partnership with Anna's House. Thank you.
All right. I want to thank Lisa for coming tonight. Lisa, thank you for coming. And I see we have Pastor Harris in the house. Rachel? All right. Good to see you. We'll hear from you shortly. But right now, Lisa's going to come up and take over and do her thing.
Well, hey, everybody looks amazing. Please give yourselves a round of applause for just being here. You know, hey Sam, Buffalo Soldiers in the building. I have worked with Miss Eva for a while now, and it's a blessing to be able to be a part of Anna's House organization. When I came to Miss Eva, I was in a need. You know, I was in a need. I was on the radio, and I needed to get out in the community more. And so I asked Miss Eva, I said, will you help me? Will you help me? You know, sow some seeds and get out here and do what I need to do. And she said, yes, baby. Yes, come on. I got stuff for you to do today. Well, not today, Miss Eva, but okay. I'm gonna change my shoes. So it's just been a blessing to be able to be part of the Anna's House organization. I know this is a telethon and we got some sponsors here and I'm going to bring them up. But, you know, during the pandemic last year, COVID was the reason, but domestic violence was the season. So many women and men were affected by domestic violence during the pandemic. Just imagine, you know, you got women who are already getting assaulted at the house and it amped up times 10. You have people who have never been assaulted before, you know, scared, PTSD, you know, you're in the house with everybody and you snap. People were drinking more, you know, people who were sober became, you know, off the rock. You know, they succumbed and they fell back. So a lot of things happened during the pandemic, and we just have to realize we almost out there, you know, we almost, thanks to Moderna and Pfizer, I will not shout the other one out. No, but thanks to the vaccines, you know, we are seeing the other side. Well, there's a lot of people that still need Miss Eva's help. There's a lot of women, and I say women, but baby, let me tell you, men suffer from domestic violence as well. Men are victims of domestic violence as well. And the reason why I can speak that, because I have assaulted a man before. Period. So I know that it's real. You know, I can't sit up here and go, oh, it's just women. No, it's men are victims as well. And Anna's house does not discriminate. When you need help, she gives you help. So many times I pick up the phone and call Miss Eva, where you at? On my way to drop off some food. On my way to drop off some toilet paper. On my way to go get a hotel. On my way to go put these babies up somewhere. And I said, Miss Eva, you need to sit down. I can't. I'm supposed to do this. And Miss Eva's entire team, the entire team is up and ready to go. So with that being said, you know, and with your donation, a little is a lot, okay? Don't sit there and think that you can't spend $10 and it won't matter. $20, $5, $3, any dollars, $1. If you got it, give it. You know, I look at myself, I used to spend money on stupid stuff. You know? And stupid stuff is Starbucks, Frappuccino, cappuccino, half with this and all the half with that and skim and all that. You know, you're gonna spend $8 on a cup of coffee, but you won't give $8 to Anna's house? Come on now. So let's know that whatever your size donation is, it matters. It matters, all right? And I want to bring the first sponsor up because this beautiful woman, Teresa, I could do a whole thing about Teresa. Hey, girl. But I want to say that, you know, her relationship with Miss Eva is amazing, you know, and I've known Teresa for a while. She done came through when her sister had COVID. She came through. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm good. It was a while ago, December 2020. Okay? Just in case you want to know. But I just want to, Teresa has always came to the forefront and supported everything that Miss Eva has and Anna's house, and she has her own organization in the know, and she just wears a lot of hats. She got one on tonight. She wears a lot of hats. And Miss Teresa, come on up so you can say a few words. She is the sponsor of Anna's house, so please put your hands together. Yes, I know. Hey, sis. With your pretty self.
Thank you. You're always so gracious. But first I want to just have everybody stand up for me just real quick. You know, I am a strong believer that everything that we do is not on our own ability, right? Our ability comes from above, right? So I just want to give thanks first of all to God and for having the vision to put Eva in the place that she put her to be a servant to those. So everybody just give it up for God first. And then I really need y'all to give it up for my girl Eva. So I'll tell you a quick story. I became Eva's friend through my mom. See, I was a young child that always liked older individuals, right? So that was my mama friend. So my mama would come home, and then she'd go over Eva's house, and I'd be over Eva's house. And she'd like, baby, why you not that? Eva wanted me to bring this to her, bring to that to her. So she finally got mad at me. You taking my friends. And me and Eva became friends like that since I was probably like 16 years old. So I've been in her life for a long time. And one thing a lot of us do in life is we always try to find, what's my purpose? What's my destiny? What did God put me here to do? And see, we search and we look and we wait for God to tell us, and He's already put it in the Bible what we're supposed to be doing. Just love one another, love your neighbor, to be nice and kind to each other. So Eva learned that a long time ago. And from day one, I was like, Eva, why you got all these people in your house? Who are these people? I mean, she picked up people like strays, pick up cats and dogs every day. I was like, who is this now? What's the need? Well, baby, I need this. I said, well, what do we need to do? So I was serving her and her organization for over 20 years. Why? Because I see her dedication. I see her love, her support. I see that she cares. And so when you have a person that's leading you that way, and you see everything that they have, they give to others, and they go without, you got to support them, right? You got to raise up. And so what I'm going to ask each and every one of you in here today is probably about, what, 40, 50 people in here? If each of you would reach out and touch 10 people in your inner circle, 10 people that you know. Everybody got 10 people they can count on. And I'm going to ask you to reach out to those 10 people and have them donate a certain amount. So that when you come back to the table, we're bringing a lot to the table because it's a need out there. Not only did we suffer when we went through COVID, right? We see each other. People suffer from loneliness, depression.
Absolutely.
You know, just like Anita was talking about, the rise of the domestic violence was up. But also, the organization suffered. Everybody was giving to everything that dealt with COVID and stopped giving to people that were being abused. People that needed shelter because it was such a bigger need, right? So we as Christians, how many Christians we got in the house? And if you're not one, that's okay. Come see us. We're conversion. But, all I really want to say is that I love you. She like my second mom. I respect you because you are a true servant to others. And that if you can be anything in life, and if God has given you anything that you desire, the one thing that you should have is the heart of a servant to serve others. And then you will know what your destiny is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. Okay, so next, I don't know too many judges. I really just know one. Thank God for that, right? Because if I knew a lot of judges, I might have been sitting in front of y'all. With me. But I just want to say I had the honor of knowing Judge Kim Brown for a minute now. When she was first running for office, I was allowed to be in her presence, and through Miss Eva, I was blessed to see this Black woman with a mission, and she knew what she wanted for her community, and she was determined, and she's been a family judge, so she sees what's going on with the family. She's been sitting there, presiding over cases where women have been, abused. And she just manages to just be so postured and so amazing. And I just want to say thank you, Judge, for coming back to the community and watching over us and making sure that we are okay, our families, not just our women, but our men and our children, our families. So I'm going to have Judge Kim Brown say a few words. Yes, please put your hands together. Okay.
I'm always honored to have you in my presence. Well, thank you all for being here this evening. I'm a supporter of Anna's House, and not a lot of people know, but I got my start in knowing what goes on in the family violence world at a young age. And I volunteered in the community. I worked for the domestic violence shelters in Dallas, and I was young, and my job was just to entertain the children the best I could, or read to them, or play with them. But just being in that shelter and seeing the moms, come through, trying to change their lives, trying to get a new job, trying to find a place for their families to live, it made an impact on me. And so from that point on, I was probably like 13 years old, I decided I was going to commit my life to working against domestic violence. So after going to school, starting my career, I worked for Lawyers Against Domestic Violence, representing women and some men. Men who are victims of domestic violence as well, but trying to give them what they needed so they could go forward. The resources, the child support, the place to live, or a safe place to live, right? And for their children, because courts we're always concerned about the best interest of the children, right? So if a child, just even on a basic level, if they see the person that takes care of them, their mother or their caretaker, being abused, that affects them. It affects them to the level that is basically child abuse to them. And it's a traumatic experience, and a lot of people don't understand that. They may feel like, well, they didn't actually get the physical, products of whatever that abuser was giving out. but just seeing that affects them. So, you know, when we work in courts, you know, now as presiding judge, we want to make sure that those children are in environments where they're not exposed to that. And we definitely don't want it to continue as a generational thing. So that's why it's very important to address it when we see it. So during my campaign time, I was calling up people and telling them about what I stand for, and someone said, well, you know what, you need to talk to this woman called Eva Miles. And I said, okay. And so I called up Ms. Miles, and everything that she was about, I was like, yes, you know, amen. And so just from that point on, we've been working in tandem, me doing the best I can. Ms. Miles is always running 150 miles per hour. But I support Anna's House. And the things that she is doing in this community, there are not a lot of people out there able to do that. And, you know, Ms. Eva, she doesn't have all the resources that she needs to do it, but it always works out. But I've given my time, you know, to Anna's House. Whenever I can do something for Ms. Miles, I'm always there. What money I have, you know, whatever that toilet paper run or food run, you know, I'm always making sure that she has what she needs to the best of my ability. And being judge in 254, which is a family district court, I'm incredibly honored to have the opportunity to work for Dallas County, to work for Dallas County's families, and to work for Dallas County's children, and to help them to have a better future, the best that we can. And I take that very seriously. So in honor of Mother's Day, I want to say to all the mothers out there, even the people that are mothering, maybe mothering their godbabies, mothering their nieces and nephews, or even just mothering fur babies. Anybody who's in the mothering capacity, happy Mother's Day. And please, if there's anything you can do to donate, I'm sure Ms. Vita and everyone has asked for all the help that Anna's House needs, to please donate.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Tina. Thank you so much. You know, I was just sitting here and just listening, everybody in here, we're big supporters of Ms. Eva, and you know how they say give somebody their flowers while they're still living? Well, Miss Eva don't need your flowers, she needs your money. Okay? She don't need your flowers, she needs your money. So please remember, any little bit helps. And then, but Miss Carolyn, I want you to say a few words, because me and Miss Carolyn, we called each other and we said, what you wearing today, girl? Black and white? I said, okay then. We twins. Hello. I love it. It's great.
You know, we're asking for money for Eva, but there was a time where I didn't have money to give. But the only thing that I could give to anyone was me. My time, my energy, my strength. And that's what we're calling on. If you don't have the money, or you know people that don't have the money, but have the heart, please, please ask them to give of themselves. That is the biggest gift you can give, and it is one of the ones that is most appreciated. God will reward you for doing that, and I want to thank you for that. While we're talking about giving, one of the things I found as I was doing some research on Eva was something that she wrote in the words of Mahatma Gandhi. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. We don't have to rock it. We just have to shake it and keep shaking until what falls is everything that needs to fall. Unfortunately, the kind of help that people need is not something that's going to go away or be here. continuous fight to make sure that everybody has what they need, that they understand that they are God's gift to the world. And as long as they serve, they will be rewarded. Okay? I want to thank you for that. And thank all the supporters today. Now, one of the things that I am very proud of is to tell you something that Lisa started. We have been talking about how we can reward gifts given to this worthy cause. And so what we have come up with is to partner with Black History 365 for gifts of up to $500. Those people will be rewarded with a shirt, or with a hat, or with a shirt and a hat. But they will be rewarded for their generosity, and we thank them so much. For those that give more than 500, that can give up to 1,000, you get a copy of the book, and it is an ebook. And we will keep giving, because that book will help people to grow. And that's what's important. As you grow, you realize the needs that arise in the world. And we can comply with those needs, whether or not we agree with it. So I just urge you to keep that in mind, because the book is really great. Okay. I'd like to talk to you about a very special woman, about a miraculous woman that God blessed more than her share of love, of generosity, of a heart as big as all outdoors. She's a woman that originally started Anna's house. And then she had a fire, and the house burned down. What we need the money for now is to rebuild that house, to help construct additional homes and schools for children that are in need, to replace the house that burned down, to make it even better than the one that originally existed. One that's bigger, that can handle more people. One that will handle all the people that with all their hearts reach out to her and say, I'm here, what do you need? What can I do for you? How can I help you to achieve God's goal in your life? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to that miraculous woman, to a woman that is much loved. Eva, come on.
Carol caught me off guard.
I've been doing this for over 30 years, like Teresa been with 20. But, you know, my road dog, he talks to me every morning, and everybody say, is Sam your husband? I said, no, that's my brother. I said, so we argue, and everyone say, y'all argue like husband and wife. We brothers and sisters. That's my father. Father, come on up here. Yeah. I'm going to say, whatever I need, Sam was always there. And we were doing food. I'm going to do a double that right now. Sam and I, last month, February, and Teresa and I was together, Sam and Pastor Terrence, you're over there eating. I'm not going to bother you. Sam had to use his trailer to go get food for us. We served over 5,000 people for the month of February. And I got my friend that's ever sitting here from Arkansas. I'm just going to do a little random thing because we do have other speakers.
whatever you need, whatever you and Mrs. Sam need, you know, we've been going back and forth, and she's new to me. And we met in February, but we talk almost every other day. And Sam and I talk every morning. If you don't call me in the morning time, I think something's wrong. And Tara said, you talk to Sam today? I said, no, let me call him. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here. And I'm looking at Vanessa sitting over there. I'm just calling people out of rest. Vanessa, get on over, come on over. It's been a year, come on. Veronica, I'm sorry, I called you Vanessa. It's Veronica. Veronica is my baby. She was going through a terrible situation. Her son is here with her, but she's been with me for over a year.
Yes, it's been a year, a whole year, and I left in March, but I contacted you in May because of another organization that brought us and connected us together. I'm really blessed by this woman right here. I wouldn't be standing here, I wouldn't be alive. And I would probably have lost my child again. I said that because I had to get him back from a previous situation with the same man, my husband. But God knew what he was doing because the day I became obedient and took me, my son, and our dog into a trailer and got to Austin to a safety place. I went to this organization that invited me. It's called Keeping Families Connected, which was what they need. She had donated, how many baskets? 10 baskets. 10 baskets. And there was another organization also donated some baskets. Somebody pulled me to the side and I got distracted. But God knew he was doing it again. Because I ended up with her basket. And that's what he wanted in my hand. Because if it wasn't for her being obedient, with her donating those baskets, I wouldn't be here today. Wow. I would be still homeless, still trying to figure out my way. And man, when I called her, you know what she said? I was God's assignment that she's been waiting for. I fell to my knees and I praise God. Because today I'm an entrepreneur, stronger than ever. I want to wake up this. I got my son and I'm showing him God's love so that he will not be repeating the same situation over and over. It's been a struggle, but together, keeping our families together in safe places, it's very important to donate. And I appreciate each and one of you guys here who's donated in the past. This is the result right here of a stronger woman through it. The counseling, the house that I live in that is so peaceful and beautiful was because of her finding it for me. And also for putting us in a hotel to get there. There was a lot of her team out there. Ms. Tara, I love you. Kendrick, everybody that helped. I mean, it took a team to get us where I'm at. And now I'm dedicating my portion back to you, Ms. Hannah, to your house. Eva, my angel. Me and Khalid really thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm happier today than a year ago when I was confused and lost. And I wanted to give up completely. But see, now my son over there sees that, right, Cleve? Yes, that's my little boy. And I'm blessed to be here with you guys. Thank you.
All right. Also just one of our people, and I'll make it here with me. She is helping me furnish houses. She said, when you get the new house, when God sent the money through Miss Carol over here to get us 2 new houses, we're gonna have furniture. We're gonna be ready. Right. She runs houses over in Arlington. She has group homes. She has homes for veterans. She has safe houses for women and men. So she's doing a lot. We have talking with her. And I got my girl Sandra over there. Where's she in, Sandra? Sandra is doing the same thing. But I met Sandra through another organization. There's so many people here tonight that I have met. And in order to meet Miss Carol, the man just walked in. So I'm going to ask Mr. Jesse Ruffin to come up from under the Jesse. Jesse introduced me to Miss Carol. And Jesse's been a long time friend of ours. And Jesse, thank you for introducing me to Miss Carol. She's been a blessing.
Eva actually to come into my life, be an inspiration to me from the aspect of life and challenges and advice. She's been an asset as well in the entire organization, everything that she stands for and supporting it. Asking me to offer my support. I offer it willingly because I believe in what you all are doing. I believe in it 100%. I believe that we know that it is needed. We know that these issues are in society. And I think collaboratively, all of us should combine our efforts, energy, and talent, whatever they may be, whereas we can be an asset to those in need. And again, thank you for the opportunity to address you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Mr. Rush.
That was amazing. I couldn't have did it any better. I was about to go wrong. So Miss Eva got this. She got this. She really do. It was amazing to hear that young woman's story. Hey, Mom, you know, happy Mother's Day. We're celebrating Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there watching and people. I mean, Mother's Day, yes, it's for the mothers, but we all have a mother, whether she's here with you or not. We all came from a woman. And we're celebrating women. I'm sorry, guys. I know you only get the big piece of chicken on your day. You know, but we go big for Mother's Day. All right? We go huge. And we want you to, and you ain't got to go big in your pocket, but you got to go big in your heart. Okay? You ain't got to go big in your wallet, but you got to go big in your heart. And you got to say, you know what? I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm just going to do it right now. The banner over here, Anna's house, you know, her Cash App, you know, I don't know if you got that, but this is Anna's house Cash App. That is $Away Out Project. $Away Out Project. You just heard from a beautiful young woman who found a way out through Anna's house. Or Anna, I got a little proper on you right there. Didn't I? I was like, Anna, girl, you up in the house? $Away Out Project. Any donation is appreciated. But if you go big, you get that book, okay? Go big and get this Black History book. As a matter of fact, we have one at our house. If you have teenagers, this is a must. This is a must. This is a must. Stop letting everybody teach us about our history. Stop sending your kids to school and thinking that the teachers is going to teach your kids about our history. Stop leaving our babies up to somebody else. You have this book in your house, and you sit down and you go over it with your children. Especially I like to punish my son by making him do education stuff. Oh, you didn't wash the dishes? You about to read. That's right. I don't know if that's good, but I do it anyway. So, with that being said, I want to bring on another young lady. I just met her not too long ago. Hey, Shanita. That's all. First of all, I'm only looking at this because I don't get the district right. But when I met her, she told me she's about to run for office, District 30. District 30. She's about to run for office, and her passion and looking at me when she said it, I was like, can I vote now? Can I vote now? You know, where's that? Where's the ballot? What do we need to do? Let me support you. Let me support you. You know, and I met her when we was out feeding the homeless with Pastor Thomas. Yeah, it was an amazing day that day. But I want to bring on CEO and founder of Diverse Global Strategies. My girl, please put your hands together. Because we're going to manifest. Yo, we're going to manifest right now your new position, the Congressional District 22 primary candidate. What did they do? Okay, District 30, Congressional, U.S., Washington. Girl, you better say it. Let me let you say it. Let me let you speak it in the air. And we're going to catch it. We're going to catch it. Texas
30th Congressional District, that's U.S. House in Washington for you. Thank you so much, Vita. Actually, when we met, she felt my spirit right off. It was like we just connected instantly. She felt me and I felt her. And yes, I'm excited, so I wish you could vote now, so let me get that. You already won! Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you, Miss Eva Miles. When she first asked me, I immediately said absolutely yes. Any chance that I get to use my voice to do the right thing, I do it. I take action because you never know whose life you're going to impact. And so yes, I am running for Congress, but that's not what we're here. We're here to raise money, and to talk about domestic violence and how do we fix it. So during the pandemic, as you heard, violent crime was on the rise, and 15% of all domestic cases make up for those violent crimes in the U.S. 1 in every 5 women, that means somebody in here has experienced some type of domestic violence or intimate partner violence, that's what they call it, especially on the federal level. That's considered a spouse, an ex-spouse, a guardian, someone that you used to live with, someone that you currently live with. And domestic violence, as stated, does not just affect women, but men, children, and elders. And so I figured, you know what, let me just go by way of personal experience. So I grew up watching my mother be abused. I did try to speak out on it once, but it's very sensitive, especially when it's someone else's story that is a part of it, but it also is your story. So in that, you have to tell the truth and set yourself free. And I did watch it. My father was executed in 1991, therefore I was vibrating very low on the energy level when it came to self-love. I was angry. I was mad. So therefore I attracted that type of guy. And my freshman year in college, I was dating a senior, and he became very, very violent. When I say violent, not by beat you to a pulp or anything like that, but definitely hitting, pushing, control emotionally and mentally. So that does play a huge, huge effect. And let me just tell you that there are stages. Because they don't just walk up to you and punch you and say, come on, girl. Come on, eat the cake, anime. No, that's not what they're doing. They're enticing you and loving you and, encouraging you. And then the second stage is when they extract you from your family and friends and people that care about you so that they can begin to control you completely. And then after that, yes, no, it's not easy. It's not that easy to say, well, why don't they leave? Well, they don't leave because they could easily lose their life. 85% of them could definitely lose their life to gun violence. And that is another reason that, of course, on the federal level, we want to strengthen those laws to make sure that people are being held accountable. So if they've been convicted of a domestic violence crime, and yet they still want to stalk you and come after you, then it becomes a federal crime. And we want to extract those people and get them out of here. So, again, thank you, Ms. Eva, for allowing me to tell the story and to ask you to give. You heard what she's asking for. It's very, very small. Trust me, they need your help. It's a way out for them. Ms. Eva's providing it. So why not support someone who's doing a great job? Even if you cannot, we are asking you to help those that can. So again, if you see someone or you suspect it, truly be there and understand that it's not just as easy as walking away. Because remember, you're dealing with energy and people, if they're not loving themselves and not very happy, so therefore they're not gonna, and plus a lot of times people feel like they can save someone. So you're like, oh, I'm that one. I'm not the one that's gonna help him, to become a better person. And so in that, you're constantly giving of yourself, and it is gonna take that one time, and that's when life begins. when you activate that one time and find a way out. So again, help Ms. Eva, help Anna's House, help all the beautiful people that are here that are doing such a magnificent job providing a safe environment for those that need it. Make sure you give today. And happy Mother's Day. And every day is Black History 365.
That's why I said she got my vote. I'm just going to cast my ballot today and just send it to the future. Whatever it is, you make sure you get with me, you know, because I love to be involved in getting the word out. And, you know, as Judge Kim, we love to get out here and talk and grassroots and make sure that we take care of our community. You are our community, so thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little treat. No, let me take that little bag. We got a big treat, you know what I'm saying? Now remember, and just that I unconsciously said that, let me just say real quick, don't put little in front of nothing, okay? Don't put little in front of nothing unless you meant that shady, all right? So we have a big energy, a big performance, a big, I don't want to say big woman, you're like, you're gonna be big, no. But I mean, big as in fill the room. My girl Tiffany, where you at? Hey, Till. Hey. She's gonna come up here and she's gonna do a song for us. Hey, you look fabulous. I love the hair. Hello. You're giving me big energy. Big energy. All right, so what do you be singing, Tiffany?
I'm gonna give you a throwback to Tina Marie.
Ooh, you gave me Tina Marie for life.
Little something.
Please. Oh, hold on. Do we got a Rick James in the building?
Yeah.
Do we got a Rick James? Is there a Rick James? Anybody, anything? Sam? I got a wig in the car. Sam, I got a wig in the car. You ready? No? Okay, I'm just trying. I'm testing.
Something quick. Tender was the kiss when you held me captive in the sweet embrace. My lips begin to burn and my heart beats faster than the normal pace. Oh, I tried to resist that familiar smile. It must be just like that. But what's for you, some yours, and that means forever. There's no turning back. Baby, it's a mystery. Ooh, you got me spinning around. What have you done to me? Suspended animation of a lost inside of you. I feel so insecure, yet I never felt so sure. What am I gonna do? I'm not I'm giving in to you again. Baby, I'm giving in to you Thank you. Tiffany Tatum. I have been knowing Eva. I have to say something to her. I've been knowing Eva since I was 17. Okay? And from the moment I met her, I remember the first time I ever met her, she had a beautiful spirit. Like everybody always says, you have a very beautiful spirit. And of course, I was young. I didn't understand the seriousness in behind what you do and who you was as a woman and your purpose. But the older I got, because I'm a grown woman now. So I get it now. And I have a great amount of respect for you. I really do. I love
This is what you're supposed to do. It's a commandment, actually, to love your neighbor and to just love and help. That's what you're doing. And when you do that and give out like that, you live longer on earth too. So yeah. Thank you. Tiffany Taylor.
Tiffany, you gonna sing at my wedding. Now, you might be rolling up in a wheelchair because I don't know when that's gonna happen. Like, it might be like 36, 78, 80, 90 years from now. 78, 111 years from now. You know, we both be walking around like them. Where's Tiffany? Thank you, Queen. That was beautiful. And the fact that she sang an acapella, you just know. Wow, the vocals was amazing. Look, that's what Miss Eva does. She brings through amazing individuals and she creates moments and she can't do it alone. She can't do it alone. So please, happy Mother's Day, first of all, again. But dig deep in your heart and make sure you give something to Anna's house tonight, all right? Remember, it's not the size that matters. And I've never said that too many times. I'm sorry, there's a pastor in the house, Pastor Terrence, I didn't mean to do that. Pastor Terrence, please bless me. Could you please say a prayer for me right now, Pastor? Come on, please say a prayer, come on. You're okay, all right then. Well then I'm good. Look at God. Look at God. All right, so we're gonna get ready to close it out. Please, 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 remember it is $, a way out project. Every dollar counts, every dollar matters. I want to let my beautiful co-host, Ms. Karen, say a few words before we leave. And then, Sam, you gonna round it, you gonna end it, okay? You mind coming up here and saying a few words? He got his Black History book. Hold on. Yes, Tiffany. Yes, baby girl.
Y'all, I know y'all are familiar with the Tina Marie song. I actually redid that song. So, I redid that song. I got nominated for an award with that song in New York in 2019. So I had to do it here. Okay? Y'all go to my website and listen to the song. It's on my website, TiffanyTaylorMusic.net.
Okay.
It's on there.
TiffanyTaylorMusic.net. I love you, girl. I love you. You're amazing. All right, Miss Carolyn. I love you too. Hey, you ready? Here we go. We did call each other. We are matching.
I want to take this time to thank you all for coming. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your hearts that are as big as Eva's dreams. Please don't let us down. We know that you're capable of giving, and we know that there are many that need what you can give. If it's nothing more than love, we'll take it. If you can give us love and money, we'll take that too. We'll say thank you and God bless you. Thank you very much for coming, and we hope that when Mother's Day comes, and this is shown in Mother's Day, that we will be richly rewarded for everybody's efforts and time. Thank you so much.
Before you speak, I just want to give a shout out to my girl Sandra. This young lady in the audience just gave $100 to Anna's house. So please give her a round of applause, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Miss Eva, here you go. Here you go. This first one tonight. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you to the anonymous donor that gave $100. Yes, Sandra. That's my friend. I'm gonna call her out. I love this guy, man. I love this man right here. He's just, Miss Eva already said it. Sam, I ain't gonna say it twice, but just know that you are so loved. And I don't say it enough, or anybody say it enough. You go over, you go beyond what you're supposed to do. You do more. You've always been a man that does more. So just know you are greatly, 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 greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to let you know, though, I'm married. Actually, I'm married.
I was not trying to hit on Sam.
I have my wife. I don't need no more.
What? Sam, hold the mic.
I got it. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay. All right. So I want to hold a book, so y'all know that I got the book. So you know that I made some contribution for the book, and I want to let y'all know that I read the book, and I want to let you know, I read the book like I read the Bible. I open it up, I find a parable in there, and there's something always about us. That's the good part about that, isn't it? Come on! We talked about us coming up from Africa. You know, where the whole civilization began. Not in New Orleans, but in Africa. And he talked about all these fantastic people. Talking about the invention, the surgery, the pyramids. The Romans called them pyramids. Dark people. We were there before they were. That's not what I'm talking about. I want to tell you, Miss Eva, she's my girl. And my wife is okay with it. I get a phone call in the morning, and she'll roll over and ask me, who's it calling? I show her the phone. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. But that's the type of relationship we have. When she calls, I get up and I go. But we started about 30. It was a few years ago when we started doing this. Actually, I needed some help. I spent my last 45 years being a police officer, and I worked in every phase that I can think of. And then I got assigned to doing sex offenders. And that's a pity job, man, I tell you. Because you listen to these fools and you listen to the story, but it always started out with that person being a killer. And most of them will tell the truth. This person is either a man or a woman, and they've been victimized by another man or woman, and usually it's a parent or a relative. So these, especially the young people, feel like that's the only way that they can feel love. That's the only way they can be loved is by victimizing somebody else that doesn't have the means to protect themselves. We had a problem. Last city I worked for was Box Springs. 10,000 people, 25,000 people, 10,000 square miles. And it seemed like the armpit of the world because everything bad came to Box Springs, except for Miss Eva. I told Miss Eva, I said, I got a problem. I need some help. What do you need? I got all these women and children looking for a place to live. The city don't have any money to put them there. So she said, well, what am I do? Send them down the house. And it was like being on crack. I got hooked in, man, I wouldn't let go. Called me up, want to haul some food, I was loading my truck up, and all that food all over the world. Came on to the rep place and hauled food over there. I don't have a commercial license, but I got stopped yet. But see what I'm saying? Miss Eva had that type of influence with her. It's like, been just my angel. She said, do this. I said, let me check the price. You don't have to. I already have. I get it done. But I just want to let you know, folks, get the book. Get the book. Read about the book. Tell your kids about the book because they don't know about it. I spent a lot of time talking about the Buffalo Soldier. This told me a whole bunch of it, and I didn't know about the Buffalo Soldier. About how many of them made commanders, how many of them led people into war, how many of them saved this president we call Roosevelt with Cuba. Got stuck on the island of Cuba. Buffalo Soldier rose to the occasion. We're going to rescue this, but you know what he said? Them Negroes over there didn't do anything. The white party told the truth. He said, no, they came over there and rescued you. He got booted out of the military. Find out the truth, people. Don't read it in another book unless you get Black history. I'm not pushing this book, I'm telling you about the book. Okay? You don't have to push the Bible, right? You tell people about the Bible. This has the truth in it. Amen. So anyway, let's see. I work my butt off for this woman, but I give her my money too. 10th anniversary next week.
Not only are we trying to get we have 18 acres of land in Carson County that we are trying to get set up so we can have a resource there for women, children. It's certainly historical for a Buffalo Soldier as a camp. Sam, talk about the camp. It's got fishing ponds, got everything on it.
Snakes, well, it does. Like, the land, it belongs to me and my family. So however I bequeath, she's in the will, that she has that little plot of land down there she needs. This is for that house, where she bring those victims, those survivors down there that can't find a place, or the husband or a significant other can't find a place. They have to look for it. So what I had asked Henry to do is right there on that hill, take my assault weapon, and anybody that's I ain't telling that.
Because I'm gonna shoot anyway.
The biggest portion of it is needed is labor, and labor is what the cost is. And like I said, since I've been with this group, with the Anna House, I just met so many people. Met the pastor over there. I said, Pastor, this is what I need. He didn't hesitate. He said, I'll send my boys over there. And I said, good God, buddy, you don't know me, man. So that's all right. I'll send my boys over there. I just keep getting blessed. If you want to come down there and take your home, I'm going to have a garden down there. I got horses down there. I got chickens. I got steaks. I got rabbits. Come on down here.
So I want to just remind everybody about the Corsicana property that we've been talking about. There's been many visits made down there, but we're looking to get some funding to start actually building. So right now, you know, the land needs some work done. It needs to be cleared out, it needs to be leveled, and it needs to be, you know, specific to what we're building, okay? So this land that we're talking about, it's already been scoped. It's been looked at, and we know what we need. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's very much needed for what we're building. You know, that there's a place where instead of sending our children to the detention center at 13, see what I'm saying? We got to provide an alternative for them. You see what I'm saying? So it's a good work at done. We're starting ground up, and we're looking for the right people to come in and make the right decisions on what needs to be done, okay? At this point, I'm not really sure. I told you I love Mike, so you might want to come get it. All right, wonderful. All right. So if you have a good time, and you say, oh yeah, right? Because there's been some information, there's been some witnesses, there's been some people who came up and spoke about their personal experiences. There's been some people who came aboard to tell you about some new things we got going on. We got the Black History book, 365. We're trying to get it in. Let me tell you something. We try to get this into every school. Right here if it's just Texas, let it just be Texas, man. Why? Because this book explains a lot about Texas Black history, not just the world, okay? But about where they come from, what they're capable of, and where they can go, okay? So we support the book just like the people that created the book support us. So as we're closing, I like to bless everybody and be released. I real like terrorists, okay? So I like to bless and release everybody, okay? So if we can stand up, everybody stand up. If you don't want to stand, you don't have to. Because if you want to stand, you can. It's all about being in agreement. It's all about being focused on one goal. It's all about doing it together. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, let's go together, right? All right. Listen to it. You got a good word. All right. So we're going to make this closing.
All right. It's been an awesome night. I just want to thank everyone for coming. And we've been social distancing. We're good. I made my shot, you know, so I'm good. But God has called us together to do this. And the film that Mr. C.W. is going to put out for Mother's Day, I want people to see that there's help out there, that there's people that care about them. And that's why you all are here, to let people know that you care. And when they see us out here doing these things for them, they know we care. They know it's a giver. Because like Teresa said, whatever money I get, I help people. And Sandra, you know, we just help support people. Kendra called me last week. God knows we didn't have no money. But my friend from Oklahoma called me. She said, you know, I paid my tithes and God said, give an offering. And she sent me money to cover everything we had to do and buy Pampers and food from mother and baby he couldn't even go home. So in the middle of the night, we buying Pampers food to take to this mother for her baby. It's little bitty things that people like you all do to give so we can give back. I'm not government funded. I don't take money from the government because I'm not going to do what they tell me to do. So I'm not going to take their money. You know, when you take government money, you got rules and regulations you have to go by. And I'm not going to do that because God called me to do the work and I feel like this. If it's His will, it's His will. He gonna pay the bill. Amen. Thank you. I thank everyone for coming. I love you all. We still have some drinks. We still have some food left. We just made some little hors d'oeuvres to have you to eat and just enjoy yourself. And you can still stay and mingle. The DJ's gonna crank it up for us again.